All right, Bear Nation, we're going to continue to talk about other ways to use MyFitnessPal to your advantage. We've talked about putting in foods, different ways of scanning in our meals, creating meals, manually putting foods in through a search. But I also want to talk about how you can put in exercise. This is very important. You cannot forget about this. We burn calories and you have to account for those calories. So just by inputting foods and then being active, you're not getting an accurate synopsis of what your body needs. So it's very important that you also enter the exercise that you do, along with entering the foods that you take in, approximate portions and stuff like that, because that'll really help you towards trying to accomplish goals that you have for either healthy weight loss, maintaining your weight, or even gaining a little bit of weight. And especially when you're trying to gain weight, if you don't put in the exercise that you did into this, then you're going to have a hard time figuring out how many calories you really did need to gain weight, because again, you have to get credit for what you burn. So I'm going to go over a few things here. So here at the bottom, you have exercise diary. All right, so there's a couple different options. You can add what you did exercise-wise. That's basically more like to keep track of what you did. That's not going to give you caloric credit for what you did. So let's say you did do a body weight circuit that Coach Caldwell, Coach Dupree, or myself might have given you in one of our daily WODs. So if you look here, you add exercise. Okay, you could search. And the technical term for body weight training is calisthenics. And there's a couple of ways that you can enter a body weight circuit. Calisthenics, okay? And what we give you is going to be vigorous effort. You guys are college athletes. We're going to give you stuff that's going to push. So you'll select that. Important for you to time yourself while you're working out. Just keep a clock running during the time. With our workouts, there's minimal rest that goes on. So we want you to keep moving while one body part's resting, the other one's working. So let's say you did a 40-minute circuit. Okay, that's 459 calories burned based on what your profile states. Okay, so if we check that for Joe Bear, okay, that added 459 calories to what he owes, okay, to what he needs to make up for the rest of the day. This is very important. All right, so do not forget about this. All right, also, you can add water, okay, and that's important. All right, and it's also important for you to understand that a glass of water is probably worth 2 cups of water. Usually those glasses are about pint size, about 16 ounces. That's worth 2. So let's say you had a full glass of water, you would hit plus 8 ounces twice. Okay? So it's very important for you to keep that. You can also measure it by cups. Okay? If you want to do it that way, that might be the best way. So if you have a full glass of water, a traditional, like a standard size glass, that's going to be 2 cups. You add that. Okay, so that's another feature that I wanted to go over today. You can also, let's say you're at the end of the week and Joe Bear wanted to weigh himself. I don't recommend weighing yourself every single day. I think that's not going to be very helpful for you to monitor it that way. I'm weighing yourself at the end of a hard worked week. First thing in the morning, go use a restroom and weigh yourself that way. And when you weigh it, you can enter it this way. So let's say that Joe Bear had a pretty good week and he gained 2 pounds. Oh, sorry. He's up to 192 pounds. So he's gained 2 pounds. And he's showing progress. You could put a progress photo in if you want. And now look, okay, so this is looking at what your goals are. Okay, you're working towards your goal. So very important information there. Other ways you can track exercise. And this is a great thing about technology. I use this myself. There's various devices you can use or apps you can use within your iPhone or your Android device that'll help kind of transfer stuff over to your MyFitnessPal profile. So here, you could sync it with different apps. Okay, MapMyRun's a very popular one. That's an Under Armour app. Garmin Connect. So if you're a runner, you're familiar with these. You probably use a Garmin watch. If you're a triathlete, if you're a cyclist, you probably use those kind of products. You know, and then, you know, down here there's other different apps you can use. Okay, the health app, that's the one, if you have an Apple Watch, okay, the health app is what goes along with the Apple Watch, all right? So that's Apple's health app, you know, so you will have that on you will find that app on your iPhone if you have an Apple Watch. So if you have an Apple Watch, you know, you can sync it that way. Why this makes it convenient for you is that if you do work out using your watch, you know, you've put in the workout there and you're doing it through that, then if you sync it with your MyFitnessPal, then it'll automatically put that calorie expenditure into the MyFitnessPal profile for that day and give you credit for it. And that'll of course help you with what you're trying to accomplish. So if you do all these things using the MyFitnessPal app on a consistent basis, it will definitely help you in your goals. And I will have one more post or one more video about MyFitnessPal, and that'll be basically putting everything all together and how to use it in the long term and stuff like that. So I appreciate your attention, and go Bears.